And now we're prepping our ingredients for our ragu, and I have some things already set by the stove ready to go. We're going to take care of the vegetables that we need to prepare. I need 1 cup of quartered cherry tomatoes. This is probably a little more than that, but these are tomatoes I have to use up, and they'll be great for a sauce. So we'll just quarter those up like this. You can see how nice and juicy they are. They are very ripe. So great sauce material. Maybe not great salad material anymore. I can see this knife is a little on the dull side. I'm going to switch knives rather than pulling out my steel. Go with this. I don't like struggling with chopping tomatoes up. But that one just is sauce already. It's all ready to go. It looks to me like we have about 1.25 cups of cherry tomatoes, which is going to be perfect. Nice and saucy. I already have sliced some mushrooms over here. These are little cremini mushrooms, and I have about 8 ounces of them. I buy a lot of mushrooms, so I just measured up roughly 8 ounces, and that's what I wound up with. They'll cook way down. It's so nice in this sauce. Okay, there we have it. There's my cherry tomatoes. Let me just clean this up a little bit. Next, we are going to chop up some red onion. And I have here in my mezzaluna a teaspoon and a half of thyme leaves that I'm going to chop up. Let's get the red onion in there. So the red onion, the garlic, and the thyme all go together, So we're just going to put them all in the mezzaluna and chop them together. And I said 3 tablespoons. And let's just take a quick measure of that. If I can locate a tablespoon here. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good. By the time I mince them up a little bit more, it'll be down to 3 tablespoons. Okay. And then the one thing I am going to do is once again grate my garlic because I want it to really distribute evenly through the sauce. So I'm going to take the time to do that. This is a little bit of a pain, but creates a nice pulp, as you can see on the back end here, that doesn't leave you with any chunks of garlic. Just incorporates really nicely into the sauce. That great garlic flavor. And the bigger the clove, the better as far as I'm concerned. Okay, there's always a little bit left at the end, and I'm just going to toss that aside. Right. Okay, there we go. And then let's just chop these together a little bit. The thyme had a few small stems, not the center stems that are hard, but some of those little fine ones. So I just want to make sure that I get those chopped up and that my onion, not worried about my garlic, but my onion is nice and fine. Kind of want it to almost melt into the sauce, so that's what I'm going for. All right, I think that looks great. Set that aside. Actually, I'll put it back here so I have it where I need it. And last but not least, I have Brussels sprouts here. Now I need 2 cups quartered. This is a 2-cup bowl. These are humongous, so quartering them is going to be good. And what I like to do with this is I like to just take out, these were rinsed a while ago, take out any outer leaves that I don't like the looks of and get rid of them. And we're going through the stem, so lengthwise to quarter these. And you're always going to get some of those leaves that separate. There's just nothing you can do about that. But make sure when you've cut this stem end off that you don't go too far into the actual piece of Brussels sprouts or into the Brussels sprouts, because then they will all fall apart, so you don't want that happening. But you do want to get that dried end off. And I can see already that I'm probably not going to use all of these. Let's take a slightly smaller one. You just never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you get really small little Brussels sprouts. And the way we are cooking these, either way, they're barely cooked. I want them to be al dente. The heat of the sauce is going to take care of that cooking the way I like them, but I don't want them overcooked for sure. I don't like overcooked Brussels sprouts, and I really don't like how they look. So we're not doing that today. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the sprouts and then we head over to the stove. So these are still sizzling a little bit. My sauce is hot. It smells fantastic in here. That balsamic vinegar just kind of wafts around. Just beautiful. Okay, so these are going to be so good because they're really crispy, and there's just nothing like having that crisp exterior and that creamy inside. And the nutritional yeast gives it a wonderful flavor. So let's just put that right there. And then we're going to cover and surround. That's still very hot. And the sprouts, as you can see, maintain their color, but they're still al dente. Isn't that beautiful? And just a nice amount of sauce. Let's go all the way around. Maybe a little bit of sauce on the polenta. And then I've got some fresh Parmesan Reggiano here, and I'm going to take a vegetable peeler and do some nice shaves of Parmesan. And then if you like, you could do a little finishing salt, a little Maldon sea salt. Taste it, see if that's what you want to do to finish it off. I know, I'm going to keep going with the Parmesan. I love Parmesan. Look at that. One more. Beautiful. Well, I really hope you enjoy making my polenta cakes with cherry tomato mushroom ragu. And please let me know how it goes. Take care. This is just gorgeous. I really hope you enjoy making my polenta cakes with cherry tomato mushroom ragu, and please let me know how it goes. Take care.